When it comes to pregnancy, there are certain do's and don'ts to ensure the healthy development of your unborn baby. And since I'm expecting, I've decided to ask the experts for some advice.
Pregnancy requires a certain amount of vigilance from the mother. She is responsible for keeping herself healthy in order to protect and nurture her unborn baby.
Medication in pregnancy is quite controversial. There are certain antibiotics that we definitely use, like penicillins. Penicillins are absolutely safe in pregnancy. And then you get quinolones, other medications that you cannot use in pregnancy because it's been positively linked with abnormalities in the fetus. The odd creams for the face you can use, but again, anything that contains too much vitamin A, we would say do not use. With regards to vitamins on that topic, folic acid is the one thing that's very important to us. So folic acid, we want you to start using at least 3 months before you conceive. Use whatever you're going to use with caution. Contact your GP or your gynecologist first before you use.
Unfortunately, pregnancy brings one major obstacle, a change in the immune system. Pregnant moms are susceptible to illness and require additional care.
Diseases in pregnancy is a difficult one. The whole thing about pregnancy is that your immune system is already compromised. So if somebody's going to get sick, it's more likely to be the pregnant woman compared to the non-pregnant patient. Other things that pregnant women are quite prone to is blood infections, that's one thing, and the other thing is any sort of vaginal infections. Now the reason for blood infections is because often people don't empty their bladders regularly, and if they don't drink enough water, they don't flush their kidneys, so with sort of a compromised immune system, you're more prone to get a blood infection. With regards to thrush is like a sort of a fungal infection in the vagina. And you get it when the pH has been disturbed, you get it if you've taken antibiotics and you didn't take enough probiotics, but also you get it if you bath. So pregnant women shouldn't bath, they should only shower. Let the water run off you and don't use any soap near the vagina. So no soap, cotton underwear only. If there's anything that worries you, please go directly to your GP or your gynecologist.
Diet is one area where the mom can have the greatest impact on her and her baby's health. Eating right provides nutrients and much needed energy.
Since I've fallen pregnant, eating has become a real challenge because of certain foods that I have to avoid. But luckily today, Kelly is going to show me certain substitute foods that I can use that are not risky. So Kelly, the foods I've really been missing is cured and raw meat, certain types of fish, and definitely soft cheese.
That's always the first thing, it's that soft cheese that people miss. What we don't know is that feta is often made with unpasteurized milk, and we all eat feta in our salads every day. So I'm showing you something today which is a really nice substitute. You'll still get that great salty flavor. I'm also going to show you a dressing that's got flax oil in it, because if you're trying to avoid eating too much fish or eating undercooked fish, you might be missing out on some of your omega-3s, and flax oil is a nice replacement for that. So in terms of the cured meats, I can't find a replacement for you because those have such a distinctive flavor. And the reason why you want to avoid them is because undercooked foods and things like soft cheeses all contain potentially harmful bacteria. So when you're trying to protect your baby, you want to avoid those foods.
And the same with meat, it has to be thoroughly cooked.
All meat, fish and eggs must be fully cooked through. And if you're wanting to eat some soft cheeses, they can be safe when they're cooked. So if you still want to eat feta, you can make a feta and spinach bake. Or you can cook cheese like halloumi cheese. One thing that you can look out for if you really want to eat soft cheeses still is just read the ingredients label and see if the milk has been pasteurized, in which case it's less likely to contain those harmful bacteria.
So what are you going to make me?
I'm making a lentil and halloumi salad. So the halloumi is the feta cheese substitute that we spoke about. And I'm putting some hard-boiled eggs in there, which are a fantastic source of choline for your developing baby. And I'm using flax oil in the dressing with some olive oil, mustard and dill. The walnuts that I'm using in the salad are also a fantastic source of those omega-3s that you would otherwise get from fish. Let's start with the halloumi. I'm going to slice it into about 1/2 centimeter thick slices and fry them in a dry pan. So they'll just cook for about 2 minutes on each side until they get nice and brown. So that adds extra flavor. And if you're using an unpasteurized halloumi, then cooking them helps to remove some of that bad bacteria. In this bowl here, I've got some rocket, cucumber, baby mange two peas, and some apple. So I'll combine the lentils with those things, and then make the dressing. So I've got the olive oil and the flax oil, some apple cider vinegar, and some mustard, honey, and dill for flavor. Obviously some salt and pepper will go in there as well, and just shake it up together nicely and pour over the lentils.
What benefits do the lentils provide?
Lentils are a great source of energy. They've got a nice balance of carbohydrate and protein, but they're also a fantastic source of folate, which you need for your baby's neural development. Let me turn the halloumi, and while it's cooking on the other side, I'm going to mix everything together and plate it. Each portion can have a boiled egg and some of the chopped walnuts as well. And then I'll bring the halloumi over, and that is your salad.
Okay, take it from a pregnant person. This looks amazing. And it just goes to show you can eat delicious food that's still satisfying without risking the health of your baby.